throws it out for security. RRQ are waiting for this, and 10, no, the flank is gone.
Yeah, I mean, they just baited him in. They tapped it so early. They drew the paranoia as well, and they're already sticking the defuse. Oh.
And it's just frenzies too. Way too low HP. Last cannot survive.
You know, for these alleyway with the aftershocks and paranoias, we'll just draw those out. And then after the drought, you realize they're not spamming right away. And you say, okay, maybe there's a flank coming because they have Link. More's waiting for it. A great start for RRQ.
Yeah, right? Just watching the angles, tempting, toying with bait. ZETA,
and look at this health,
still pushing up front. No!
I mean, at this range, the Spectre's going to kill them all. They've all been chipped down by the Shock Dart and even the full-up Chicken Zero.
Spike down A.
Well, I mean, if he's just stunned and concussed, you know, without moving, his shooting is still relatively accurate. So RRQ has a lot more map control right now, and ZETA kind of has to force the issue. The thing is, they have to be so aware of the positioning from RRQ towards a lobby. Flips and xFaro are in such a prime position to find the sprays. A double kill coming out from xFaro, and this entire A-side aggression has been stopped.
And they're always just gonna force the issue with the Hunter's Fury as well. They want to keep the solo going on forcing it. And then on top of that, I mean, this isn't even a team comp that's gonna utilize an attacking operator very well. So you're really shutting down the options away from ZETA Division. And ZETA's biggest homework right now is they either need to successfully.
He has the options, and RRQ are just waiting for this to come through. It's going to be full-on close-range battles, but RRQ... Oh my God! A quad kill out of nowhere, and he just sprays them down! This is huge momentum, a big surge of confidence for RRQ. Now they're starting to peek out a little bit more. They're starting to go hunting, and xFaro wants his ace. He's going to get it!
Etc. Obviously, this time it didn't happen, but I hope to see more of that. And currently, C-Site is most likely never mind.
Wow, he just holds the off angle. Perfect shots coming out from More and flips. And now ZETA down to 2 players left remaining. Crow tries to make a play outside from Garage, but without the numbers, without the utility.
Waiting, things like that. They're trying to shove them all the way back in.
Good fall line.
Yeah, this is fine. We'll have to wait to see if it actually leads to a potential drifting.
Well, they do start things off jumping into the Nebula. Crow will be able to get the first. However, Flip's still on the other side. Thankfully, they swarm him down. It is going to be a trade. He's got maybe one Shock Dart lineup. As long as they can hold down this position, they've managed to pick up some weapons as well. They should be able to make this happen, but More will drop down. He gets traded off by Depp. 2GE now. 1 on 3. Goes for the first peek, and suddenly 2 positions have been revealed to him. This is not impossible. Sneaks into hell, tries to drag them back down, and RRQ has some counters as well.
Yeah, but here's the thing is that they brought the operator, but you're gonna put it on Depp, who's your main operator player, but he's breach, he needs to use his utility. We'll have to wait and see.
Good flick. That's a way to start things off with the C split onto the C side. 2GE cannot back out. Showstopper will connect and flips. Everyone else just hovering around C-Link. Crow with the positioning on window as well.
But let's talk about what just happened. While it's not conventional, while in my head I don't like it, that you're having your breach have to use the operator on the attacking side, utility to actually execute onto the site a little bit.
But then again, this limits your options. Because of this mid-presence, you're going to have to be so careful with how you want to go back towards A. You can't do that. You're going to have to go through C this time. And 10 doesn't know that xFaro's still around window, though. Rolling Thunder execute onto the C site. Can they get 2GE, who is anchoring it down? He manages to kick down Depth. The Hunter's Fury will connect, but still, this is a 2-on-2 with a defending lockdown in place. EJ! I liked when ZETA were rushing a couple rounds ago because that's when they forced RRQ to work the back. But now it's going to be a lot more difficult because of his firepower, because of the positioning. Both teams trying to contest for A long control.
Flipsider, and again a reminder, he has an operator. I think you might even switch to the rifle if you're going to stick around here.
Wow, and the reaction on that too. So operator now picked up. xFaro finds another frag. ZETA's attacking forces are weakened. And
the turret's cleared though. I like this idea from ZETA. They do have to push out.
Ooh. And they are going for it. Flips trying to hold them and buy them off. And he does manage to get their attention away for a second. Let's see, Crow can pull off some heroics off his own, but not trying to make use of their current buy. However, EJ still, well, if they can hold down these forward positions, it would be good. However, the blades and then the trade from More. 10 still hovering outside of window. He's been discovered. Crow! The lineup on double tap. And Elmimore pushes out a garage. He's trying to kick them down, but Sugar Zero says no. Flips. He's going to try to make use of his flank. However, footsteps have been heard. All it comes down to is the shots now, and Aftershock will be spent to flush him out of position. Crow goes in for the crouch, and Flips puts the nail in the coffin.
Time?
I think so.
Wow. Actually looking a lot better than they did during the season, right? Their mid-rounding to certain situations, to certain kills or deaths is very snappy and generally in the right direction, or at least in one of the better choices they can make in those scenarios. Yeah, and on that same note that I made just now, okay, the Hunter's Fury being used out just to, even get a kill.
I think they could do it. Elmimore just dancing back and forth between the covers. Xpharaoh peeking out of C-Link. And Depps alone. Sure, he's got a Bulldog, but you got 5 targets to hit.
Well, boy, do you wish you were Jet now with your Blade Storm, let me tell you that much. Because if it was, we could say, okay, maybe Depps can make a miracle happen.
Depps with a little bit of supportive utility. And if it doesn't work and you continue to commit, everything just falls apart, Will.
Yeah, and the problem here is that, again, it wasn't the Astra who was...
Xpharaoh, he's just hiding here.
No, they have to pitch this. They have to pitch this. No! They don't wait for Crow. Crow eventually gets it, but oh my goodness, you already lose one and the lockdown's pushing them all out.
Raids, 10 has to hold. He will be able to get the first. However, the lockdown pushes them away, and without the positioning, Laz and Crow, even with Shock Dart lineups, Elmimore's just sticking it all the way through. Oh, RRQ ends the first half 10-2 with a couple more kills to boot.
Gap, you're running with Stingers and Spectres. You have to close the gap. You cannot create more distance. I mean,
they're falling back.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just spammed through the smoke too, Will. Oh God. RQ now just trying to waterfall in one by one, bit by bit. Depth falls.
What do you do after that? Let's think ahead. You never want to completely give up, but a B in case there's a curveball. But if I'm RRQ, I actually think I risk going to B site a little bit, right? Because you assume they're going to try to close the gap on another site. You just push through, start pushing out into Link, and I'd love to see ZETA try to... They just say, hey, it's a bonus. We upgrade to a couple of rifles. Let's just go to B site, because that's what they're not going to expect.
Okay, there is a little bit of a stack from ZETA, but it's closer towards the C site. And however, 10 peeking out of a Link by himself, he's gonna get picked off. Crow does have a judge, so maybe working together as a team to flood down the site, they might be able to get a little bit more space. But look at RQ's positioning. As soon as the spike goes down, they're falling all the way back because they know they have the range, and all they got to do is to spray and pray. Hello, Jesus. It's gonna be Sugar Zero getting a little bit more. However, EJ. Into A heaven, left unchecked, mind you. Depps kind of trying to react, but not in time, and this is the A site completely cracked open. And Flips is waiting for it. Kind of knows and goes for the first pick. Will be able to take them down. Bangs Crow down to 10 HP as well.
Sugar Zero
coming out from the other side. Up around screens now, on towards heaven. Xpharaoh comes in to take Flips' place.
Whoa.
But because of this wall, oh, he still turns around. He gets a shot anyway. Sugar up from heaven, trying to land with the frenzy, but the range is not there. Xpharaoh, they're just taking their time, working together as a team. They don't want to lose any weapons too early on.
It's almost better for ZETA to not pick this fight right away here. They do get spotted, but yeah, they want to draw them in. They want them to commit to B site.
Oh, no. But then they just peek out of the dark cover anyway, Will.
They didn't get hit. Oh, they're still... That was one of RQ's biggest mistakes during the season is they kept overheating. Or maybe just get an extra frag. Here's the thing you force anywhere. You're going to have to go on an eco the next round. Maybe he's going for some extra frags. He knows that they bought those rifles. They are going to be bunched up. But, he tries to pre-fire the corner, but they're all way backed out. It's really all about this garage fight. If ZETA can pick off a kill here. Ooh, they get the right start.
Crouch peeking into it too. Elmimore though, off the paint shells, he pushes further in. The snake bite burns down Laz. He swings out, will be able to find a headshot, but gets traded anyway. Good bit of damage from ZETA, and if they can keep this up, maybe even a little bit better. However, Flips is standing between them and the site. So using the Nebula now just to create a bit more space, Sugar Zero jumps in. He's got close range weapons, taps onto the spike and pulls out the firepower.
Great bait from
Crow
ZETA.
now coming in, but still with a Phantom. Xfero could just spray. Flips is here to help him out as well, and fires off a shot but runs back as well.
Yeah, no tag.
Presence known though, but look at RRQ, they're just rushing it anyway. Sugar Zero instantly taken off.
Do they know where Depp is? Okay, he's just gonna back right out. I thought maybe he risks it by trying to bunker down.
Oh my god, and Flips is waiting for this. Finds Laz.
They have no idea about Emin now that they've seen Flips. Surely not. Oh, okay.
Good job, 10. Because even if you did want to go in for that retake, it would take so much time to actually travel through, and by that point, RQ could be anywhere. Elmi Moore now, because ZETA are hiding, going in for the hunt, ZETA gets to pick them off a little bit further. So not too bad for ZETA.
Oh no, he heard him. Oh, the op is dropped! Both teams can do next, but I'm gonna say it right now, like, I don't know what ZETA can do other than start to win some fights here. I mean, they're getting red on the map. They're losing these first duels, and here's the thing.
Yes.
RRQ, right? They heard that first shot from the operator, and then they instantly go in with a...
And there is the judge, but Les turns away at the last second. The timing, everything just doesn't favor ZETA today. And off towards elbow, Crow tries to make a play, but he's by himself. Needs to make a move. And because of this pressure, mistakes could be made. 10 fires off the showstopper. That's a good start. Depp coming out from heaven as well. Emin still holding from elbow though. And there comes Depp. 2-on-1, 21 HP, jumping up and top above.
Some call it a crutch, but for Depp, it's a buff.
Yes. I mean, look at that maneuver. Sheriff shot into the tailwind. Off of that, he finds the Vandal, creating so much havoc up from heaven, and then getting the final kill with a wall bang as well.
But there's a lot of choices. Okay, they take out the Viper as well, so they know the pit has no chance of coming up on the site.
Which is okay, because I think presence and time has been bought now. As long as they can continue to delay ZETA, that should be good. Emin tossing out the paint shells, blocks off this pathway. However, 10 drops down from heaven and tries to pinch them from behind. Emin tries to continue holding, but gets traded by Sugar Zero instead. Down to the last two. Flips coming up from behind. He's been spotted surely, but Xfero still undiscovered, hiding outside a pillar. Laz comes up from below of hell, and Xfero trying to make some plays. The spike's been halved. He's running out of ammo, and the spike will be defused thanks to a stick from Sugar Zero. Now let's see if we can even out the score, right? We're starting things off with paint shells down ramps. RQ still trying to go fast. However, speed will not be the name of the game because Emin gets taken out. Paint shells, however, will connect onto Crow. Far out that EJ has to go on the open to retrieve it, and Depp makes use of that opportunity. 10 comes in from behind as well, and despite the buys, I like that off the timeout, they're going slow again. Elmi Moore kind of hovering around ramps, but Depp again on this operator is a sight to be held if timed correctly. It's gonna be Emin who actually just walks up and gets the shot into Crow. 10 now made aware of this though.
But the pinch.
Calls for the drop, and now he spots the barrel.
Oh no, now 10 has a chance!
Okay.
And now you already have the alert from Flips, so he sees Astral Form!
Shot's been fired, however, Laz holds it down on the site, denies the spike plant. RQ, Flips coming back into it, leaves Depp alone. Spike plant should go through. Side of defender spawn.
Good drop, silent
drop. So he's not detected yet. They're still thinking perhaps heaven, definitely not pillar. And with this wraparound, if he can find Flips first without exposing himself, he'll make this doable. Spots the head.
With this, you have to know he's around the corner.
Tailwind props. Oh, but Elmi Moore! His positioning, hiding outside top of heaven. He's using his dark cover for a little bit more presence, but then the showstopper connects. Now space so well created. Xfero, can he make it happen? Oh, Depp with a 180 flick! And then Sugar Zero descends from the top of heaven.
It's absolutely what you do when you're losing the rounds, when you need to be the ones catching up. They put the initiative, they're able to take out one and equalize two, or keep the lead even further to a 4v2. And then a great turnaround from Depp.
However, the half buys, the rushes up from top of heaven. EJ just dropping down, not quite landing on top of the box. It's going to be ZETA holding all the way from garage, and the sprays will bring them the win.
You start inching into B, but this is where Depp is, and he still has things like the Blade Storm. Even if he gets pushed, he has backup as well in the form of Sugar Zero.
It wasn't even really a jump peek either. EJ, however, continues to push the pressure, and he will be able to find trades. RRQ continuing to push off of that one pick now. They will be able to find more. ZETA trying to defend, trying to hold back, but Lips has been great on some lurks until Laz turns around on his head. Back to a one-on-one.
He knows it's not sinking it, though.
He's so patient. Wrapping around Pillar, buying a little bit of time. Laz, and they have some options. They could take ropes back towards mid, but still pushing down ramps with the Seekers and the information as well. Laz has options now, swaps over, has an arsenal, tries to fire more shots, and he gets them all down. xFaroh, the last one left alive. Can you pull out the heroics? Gets the first shot, but then Deb coming up from behind too. Sugar0 from the front. Rotations onto the A site. 10 rushes in, however, and Flips kind of caught out with utility in hand. Thankfully, Assistant comes out from the top of heaven, but still pushing on through from ramps. Crow gets the trades. Now Laz out from behind too, and EJ was none the wiser. xFaroh, last one left. Same situation we saw before. He's got nothing but a frenzy and
little sus going on from 10, but it did not matter. The site was empty. No damage done to your teammates either. But Elmimore's gonna share it.
Nah.
All right. Nah, just drop it.
Teammate could pick it up though. Flips now has it. Still gonna be cautious now coming in from ZETA, but they managed to hold it down. Look at the positioning. Pillars, backside, garage.
So that if a flash came in, they would not be affected. They would always be able to pop out for the trade. All of this, really, really good fundamentals coming in from ZETA. And of course,
they're leading it with that pinch onto Laz. However, he stays alive with the Sakura Vandal, still being so sneaky with it. Backs up all the way. Emin goes in to check, and he just gets faced down to the last one.
Really? He's going to wait for this. He still is hungry for at least one exit frag.
Wow.
Close angle. It's a good mind game. If Laz reads this.
Does he just spray to check?
Right at the last second, surely. Surely.
Oh! Called it!
Woo! And they want mid control, but they're smoked off. All this Astro utility pushes them completely away.
Oh, EJ though kind of gets blinded and can't quite do too much. On the other hand, Elmimore will just hold down the mid side. Triple kill for days. And because the spike has been secured, Viper's Pit will be deployed.
Oh my god. Listen, RRQ stacking in the pit because they really don't want to give away the spike, and I feel like this is dangerous.
Yeah. Oh my god. Now firing back through because the tracer bullets were seen. He drops it, wants to go for the ace.
Kills. He doesn't miss a beat because they see all the Astro utility, they hear the double blast back, they know it's a fast commitment. So he goes from kill to kill to kill. He doesn't reload. He's always looking for the next one, the next angle. And then after that, it's following the tracers in just this mind game of dropping the pit. Quick flick. And he pops off. We rarely see this guy pop off. For by Garage, they're making sure they're aware of any mid to B pinch as well.
Hiding up on top of this elevated position as well. Using the flash to try to escape, but ZETA forcing the numbers through with this. They only have 10 seconds left, Will. Showstopper at his feet. 10 blows himself up.
But everyone's here. Can they get the plant? They have to stick it right now.
I don't think they can. Emin continues to push through. EJ here to deny it as well, and he hears the footsteps. Crow gets off of it, and RRQ takes the round. They're rotating back to defend the A site. Now ZETA cuts noise and hides inside of Mail. Watching the angles. Oh, RRQ gets curious. Flips, the flash has been dodged. Double kill coming in, and 10 finds the trade. So many wins now up to the side of B Heaven, and Elmimore, he just wants to fight this. Going for the crouch spams. He's gonna get taken out by the explosion instead. Backing off from the toxic screen, you have one window of opportunity.
So far out into Tsuris, he just doesn't want to get caught, and he dead.
Getting the spray. Elmimore trades, and then Laz comes up. And still, Sugar0, like you mentioned, here's Elmimore.
Because ZETA is about to go to map point. They're so close to taking us to a third map of Ascent, which they've always enjoyed playing.
First line of defense, upside of France. He takes down Flips. Sugar0 still all the way inside of sewer. Here comes Emin, and you also have Elmimore around ramp, but the shots aren't good. 10 is holding down Elbow along with his teammates. Last year to assist. First man of defense down though. Oh my god, EJ all the way onto site.
He's trying to delay as long as possible. He popped it so late.
And this is gonna be xFaroh. Watches the angle. Simple headshot.
Like that's how freaked out we all are in this studio. It's just everything's on a knife's edge. But a great retake this time from RRQ. And while Emin didn't get a kill, I think the fast speed he pushes into his own snakebite, his teammate snakebite, into
Only making their way out of the garage, but Flips has been waiting in this one spot, getting taken out. Laz and Dep, they work it through. Sugar Zero dropping it. X-Pharaoh with the Viper's Pit.
Showstopper available.
Oh, I don't know if it's gonna be good enough. He spots Crow, but blows himself up instead. Shorty is gonna be the Elmi Moore now pushing outside, but Sugar Zero. Sugar Zero's just waiting. Dep comes in with his recon, and there it is. 10 finding the shots out from heaven. Triple kill, gets shut down. Sugar Zero still hiding underneath.
And now let's talk about, as we take a look at this replay, I am curious. Oh, he sees just parts of all of them, and he just spams them through. Fish in a barrel right there. But let me just talk about the perspective here of both halves. For me,
that's the thing. I mean, it starts off with this round as he picks up the Phantom.
Well, hey, it might not be breach, but he can still shoot through the wall, which is just about the same thing. That one doesn't go through. Yeah. Oh, and just a quick, like, Laz is online, my friends. The Laz we were all cheering for worldwide.
Trying to find whatever you can get, but it's going to be the shots from behind that do the trick. Well, actually, the one from the front, Laz. Still, it comes down to whether or not they can first secure this one. And with RRQ's rifles, they're trying to put a stop to it. Sugar Zero coming out from the window, takes down 2. Elmi Moore finds a couple of his own. Laz now hiding in the cyber cages. The trips are good.
And the bounce back in and out of his own cyber cage.
Looking for the generator, gets the shot down. Last player left alive. Here comes Dep with the Aries.
With the boom button, the 0 point. You're trying to tell them, go A, please. They run into a bunch of deaths initially. They run into the trap wire as well. Then the cyber cage, they're like, oh my god, the cypher's now on A. Now RRQ's like,
well, with EJ still around market though, he manages to slip in to assist Dep.
Oh no, they're all still
there. On the other side of lane, Crow steps up, finds one headshot. The rest of them trying to go for the big rotation through to A.
Yeah,
Elmi Moore still on the site. There's that lurk now. Did he shoot ahead? Not quite.
Oh, but they're all punching up. He's got a Phantom.
He knows they're on the other side.
Oh, he gets one.
All right.
Flips is so low. Yeah, I mean, they're ready for it. They wait for the Odin to come along as well. The lockdown timing's very good from RRQ. It should buy maximum time. I don't know. ZETA almost makes it look like they want to jump in.
They've got some lineups. They broke down the lockdown. Now they're pushing all the way in. Look at this coordinator retake. Even shooting through the dark cover. 2GE almost gets the flick, but with the numbers advantage, Dep.
Pacific, they started to have some great retakes here on A site of Ascent. They're continuing to show their expertise with that, and it's so good to see the patience to wait for 5 on the retake, the patience
for this ZETA plan in the moment. With the way that they're controlling the map, there it is, another wallbang. It blocks off B main. However, EJ decides to bypass all of that with the updraft and the tailwind straight into last. He picked up that Odin, tried to go in for the right click. Sugar Zero from the shadows just in the nick of time. He's on the site, he's playing around Boathouse, but he gets flashed. So much utility, still gets a shot on X-Pharaoh. Back to a 2-on-2. Crow is on the scene, just right around the corner. Pops a flash. Tries to keep the Crows at bay. This want to stick the spike plant or not. Goes on the other side, but 2GE on the edge of the dark cover, still alive. Doesn't quite land the shot. Around.
They can't pinch on this. Laz's setup is so good.
Holding stairs, they pop flash. Elmi Moore gets the heads up duel. Then the reaction comes through.
You know, force them to all even tie to the spike, drop their weapons as well. And if 10 can get the first 2, it should be good. They will get out alive.
With the tracking aim.
Yeah, and outside of, maybe, the first round and of course that retake on A, not exactly the cheapest rounds for ZETA either, right? We had like that clutch coming out of the 2v2 into the 1v1 from Crow, things like that. So ZETA Division, despite the round of
accuracy has to be impeccable. Bit of a flash with the paint shells as well. And then the peek comes out. A couple more. Sugar Zero finds one too.
The spike's down, by the way. They know this. They know that RRQ has a pinch on him as well.
Oh, but here comes EJ! Getting a couple more shots and tailwinds. He's still alive. Unfortunately, the pressure is... I mean, I think he was trying to play off that cyber cage, thinking that he might have been hiding inside of it. But instead, the shots weren't that sharp, so we're going with speed instead. 10 now, blast packing offside of Heaven. Managed to get one along with the rest of the team. RRQ just kind of getting blocked off by this null command from Crow. They have no choice but to stay tucked inside of some corners, and EJ, unfortunately pulling out the knives the last second, only able to get one. X-Pharaoh hiding on the other side of dark cover, just trying to spam through, but the spam from the other side. Use it where you can, sure. ZETA are doing so well with so many of these counter plans right now that they're doing the same thing outside of B. Oh, 10 with the double showstopper kill. Now Les holding down lane. Dep coming outside from stairs, reading them like a book. RRQ are completely stuffed in their tracks.
You're already starting on a loss, and this is so good from ZETA again.
The ultimates as well. I mean, so much of it is this compounding presence being sent through because of initially, yes, the tripwires, Laz coming in with that counter. You have the Odin that now with the recon from Dep 2G. Then what are you up to? Will it be enough? I don't know.
Will it be
but it
fast
starts
enough?
with 10. He comes in and clears out Boathouse. 3 of his teammates gone. Now this is a site quite clearly open, but okay, X-Pharaoh just tucks himself in the corner. 2GE now coming out from behind. Sugar Zero and the rest of Crow, they're quite aware of this, but trying to stick the defuse through. It's down to a 1-on-2. He managed to get a half, but as soon as he gets off of it, henceforth, Sugar Zero is just hiding outside of Dice, but he gets cleared out by the Hunter's Fury. Dodges it with a shrouded step, though. So while RRQ can make it in, Sugar Zero as the gate guarding hell. Can he stay alive to anchor down the site? Crow got his, but RRQ are trying to tag him down. He's been dinked. Dep up from the top of Heaven. Nanostorm cleared out, but then the shot comes through. Dep trying to flick on a dime. Getting caught out by the recon. So it all comes down to headshots coming out of Heaven. Goes for the jump on Generator. And that's why they're sending so many players down. A-Short just to check. EJ getting the first pick off though. Flips! Look at this double kill. Spamming the ghost away. He finds 2 heads. Dep trying to answer back from top of mid. The spike has been dropped. Trying to hop away. Trying to stay alive. He's been spotted by the recon. Classic is just not good enough. 5 players on the other side. All of them spamming at him, Will.
It's a 5v1. I don't know. Maybe at some point Sugar Zero's name turned into Scary and you're always afraid of the fact that he could clutch a 1v5, but...
Oh!
Well, yeah, okay, there we go. There we go.
Let's gonna try to sell a further fake, and then Laz just try to catch them off a rotation.
Well, this, yeah, exactly what you're mentioning, right? Dep is selling the fake, and now that he's confirmed information...
Oh my God! And Elmimore is still alive on the B side. He's got so much utility all over the place. He has to anchor this down for RRQ.
But
he's got the Bulldog. They're jumping all over the place, and they manage to storm it down. EJ arrives on time with the Vandal, and X-Pharaoh as well outside of B main. So back to a 2-on-2.
Yeah, but a Bulldog in the hands of Sugar Zero.
Very winnable for ZETA. He's watching some of these angles. Shoots out the drone now, but gets pinged. Oh, the wallbang is good. Crow, he's only got a classic. And surely they try to flush him out of position with that recon. X-Pharaoh gets the shot.
It's not going to look great. Curious to see what the adaptation is there on their default. And man, Sugar Zero. I mean, he even got that 1 extra kill in the pistol as well, but just an excellent kill. And then Dep, again, I love the idea. Get information. We know there's more people here. Laz can go through market, and then he knows they knew that 2G was tagged, so they even send in the shock dart.
And Laz as the lurker gets eliminated by Elmimore. 20 seconds left. 2GE, sight, dark cover, and he's just trying to play around it despite not quite having the firepower. They've bought enough time, and there's so much pressure on Crow's shoulders. He doesn't hear him on top of Generator. Hell right
and the
now.
trap wires, they're all set up. RQ's frantically trying to clear this through the smokes, but they can't find it.
Oh, EJ, and that's going to be the first head gone. Dep getting the shots now, a second one coming through. 2GE coming into trade. Crow trying to land his, coming out from outside of hell, and Laz is still alive. But the spike has gotten halved, and he needs to go for the pick. Takes down Elmimore, but 2GE up close and personal gives him a loving hug.
That pre-fire right as he goes around the corner to catch Elmimore on that defuse. He gets the ping. you have to remember, even though you won this round, it was an eco. And what a good call it was, because ZETA was ready for the counter push. The late Paranoia.
God, and he's doing it on his own. He manages to get the shots. A big push in through market. Cybercade's trying to block it off. Last able to trade, but still aware of Elmimore's position. Tries to hop through.
He crosses. He clears.
Wants to get the spike down. Depp is right around the off-angle corner just to assist. Running out of time though, and RRQ can just hold out and wait. And now Depp tries to push.
But the way this game is going, we can never count it out. But this late timing on the Paranoia and then the high flash drive, very, very good from RRQ. A nice little twist on that set play.
Meanwhile, that one crunch play earns EJ his. Hunter's Fury now being sent out just to check, and it still catches on 10. Now it's going to be 2GE trying to provide a bit of cover for Elmimore, hiding around the site. Although he is pinged, still very much alive. Yeah. Assistance has arrived on time. And now coming up from the top of heaven, but look at this Sheriff shot! Depp and Laz getting one each of their own. Coming out from the Fender spawn now, the Neuro Theft gets some positioning awareness. And RRQ.
They know that he's alone, yeah, that's why they challenge it.
Depp
picks up a stinger, which at this range, not the end of the world.
10 though, being so close, has an option to actually go further in with the showstopper, but then Flips just shuts down, coming through with a flank. This secondary squad from RRQ is going to be a thorn in the sides for ZETA. Leading off with the Aldro now.
So much relies on 10.
Just crouched down.
They now worry about that angle.
Shot. Recon getting further information now coming out from Xfero. 10 fires off the showstopper, but it doesn't connect. And EJ has gotten into position. Crow trying to position and pivot off, but he can't quite make it happen with low HP. Sugar Zero just goes in for the spray though. Double, and he holds it down. Just trying to buy more time. Swaps over the classic, but 2GE comes through.
No time, he's done it. Sugar Zero buys enough time with the extra classic right click.
Yeah, and that's gonna be
Sugar Zero
gets checked!
To the Odin at long range!
Oh god, Depp now with the Bulldog, so close, he hears those footsteps and he tries to pick off one, goes in for yet another, but Elmimore wallbangs him instead. Now it's gonna be 10 hiding around tree. Still somewhat unchecked, but here comes Xfero. Oh, he fires it off, but what a flick! What is this spray transfer? 2 down, and then Elmimore still cleans it up!
Well, last single second to catch them off guard, try to lower the numbers, but alas, by that point, he was the only one left alive. But props to RRQ, the lockdown, and then constantly checking with the Omen ult to make sure they're still there.
He's got his sights trained down. Anyone peeking out of stairs, anyone peeking out of lane. He's got his teammates there to cover as well. They're starting to fire down now. The RPM going over the edge. And ZETA still managing to close in the distance. RRQ trying to retake with the rifles. They've got the Paranoia, and it pushes ZETA back for a second. Depp trying to reposition. He's pulling out the Recon, trying to give it a little bit more space. Sugar Zero playing off of it, and the tiny bit of movement finds it, turns it into a one-on-one. Flips is just dancing around this, and Depp is watching the spike. Turns back around though. Tracking aim is good. It's also a lot of microaggression because now they're trying to peek outside of tree. 10 wanting to push this in as well, but you got to be so careful. The rest of it, he's just buying the distraction, buying the positioning while the spike gets delivered to the B site. Oh, and they're rotating now.
RRQ gets the absolute read.
Oh, Xfero.
This is all a timing. It's a timing.
Oh my god, Crow is trying to push into this. 10 seconds left, and the spike has managed to arrive on site. Sugar Zero now coming out from B main, something that they maybe didn't quite expect, so he finds one for his troubles. 2 players from RQ still low, and EJ trying to stay alive around the button. The rest of them trying to push further in, but so many positions to clear. And Last turns around, just runs and guns it while Sugar Zero peeks outside of B main. Oh my god.
Tied 11-11. Literally anybody's match. An absolute battle of focus. Because here's the thing, and ZETA, they clear it with as much other utility so they can save it, and he gets the kill!
A stray shot catches onto Flips' helm. And now the rest of them going in for trades outside of heaven. But then again, ZETA doesn't quite have as much info gathering utility. Xpharaoh firing off the Hunter's Fury. Oh no, actually, wait, it's going through. And now Elmimore actually gets a couple himself. Hops down over onto Generator, picks up the Stinger. Crow inside of Hell, and he's aware of A main too, but is a bit risky. Just around inside this dark cover. Now he sneaks into stairs. 10 pulls out the showstopper and looks for him, but he spins too much! Elmimore catches his head instead. Pop flash coming out from Crow. And going in to clear out the site. Lockdown, although deployed. It's gonna be ZeFaero on top of Dice. Finds a couple more headshots. EJ coming in. Sugar0 not quite able to bring ZETA over. We're going into overtime.
Leading around to watch and guard B site. And they think, okay, Boathouse is cleared. You can't even obviously see him from that one. And then he doesn't quite catch Elmimore because he swings too fast. Ted realizes he has to clear too much. The lockdown forces them to jump into site, and ZeFaero says, hello, welcome to my home. Paint shells are gone as well. You have to give it the site if you're ZETA. You have to wait for the retake.
And that's them backing off now. Crow positioned around tree, but forced to reposition back. Elmimore is just so good around that one spot. Here comes EJ, wide swing into Laz.
RRQ knew that the fast retake might happen.
One enemy remaining.
God. Elmimore in the lurk.
I mean, tap
It's all up to depth, and he's trying to go full turn mode.
ZeFaero needs to hide.
Spins around, but oh, the
Paint shells to delay a potential push right after the spy cam is deleted. But it's also, you know, let's just make sure they don't like think about clearing these trap wires, right? Let's just make sure we back them out. And then the paint shells are gone. The cyber cage being used by Laz to hide in Hell.
Oh god.
The rotations are perfect.
Elmimore's just anchoring down the site like nobody's business too. It's the same thing that we've seen before. 15 seconds left. Sugar0 trying to push in through, and they might be able to get the spike down. But the retake protocols are in place. RRQ. Depp using the position that Xpharaoh used. Crow managing to find one.
I mean, even before that, this was advantageous for ZETA division, but now it's looking even better.
And RRQ's just setting it up, but there it is. The first shot fired off. Coming outside from lane now. That's blocked. You're trying to go through. EJ, you're too low. And it's just down to this positioning. Sugar hops up. Is Laz coming out from A main?
Ted's still waiting for it, but it's
going
a timing
through now. Xpharaoh! Oh, the spray transfer is good! Elmimore coming out from Hell! He's got his utility though, and they clear it out with the shock dart. Elmimore, do you have what it takes?
Oh no. They know exactly where he is.
Trying to hop around, but the paint shells is gonna be tough. Laz clears out the flank too. Here comes Crow, here comes 10, and Elmimore is gone. Though flips from Market.
But the door's closed.
2GE from spawn, right, presence known, and Death. If he gets the right timing on this, if he gets the information, the sprays could be good, but here comes EJ, tailwind prop, he comes in to save his team for a second. Fragment takes out EJ though, and then the Glass. Look at how slippery he's being with this. Hiding on the other side of the cyber cage. Gets the first one, trying to track it across, but Elmimore takes him instead. Sugar0 comes in for the trade for 2GE.
He saw the
spots him, and now he knows that 2GE is trying to play it safe. He needs to go for the spike plant. 10 is trying to be patient about this.
Knows where it is.
Shroud a step. Okay, that should confirm everything he needs to know. Boombot goes through, and all you need is one headshot. One to give your team the win on defense. 10 slowly inches up back, tries to find the angle, but dropping down 2GE! And they would be right. Flips though on the Market. He's still alive, still kind of presence known. 2GE now trying to anchor. It's the same spot. It's 10 too, but up close and personal this time. 10 takes the pick.
2v4. But the showstopper comes online.
The world against him. He still tries. Has to go for it anyway. Down from stairs, slowly clears all the angles, but it's a single tap. One player inside of B main, and ZETA should be aware of this.
ZeFaero's on the run though.
Oh, look at him. Wrapping ring around the rosy. ZETA just has no choice but to push up front. They need to clear out Boathouse first. But look at this hold from Elmimore. Double kill first, and then EJ to clean things off.
Not just the IGLs, but the entire team, all 5 players on both sides, really focused. I mean, sure, not all of them are the ones getting on the frags.
So it comes down to this A main push then. You smoke off the door, you smoke off the off angle, but then EJ arrives outside of heaven. They try to clear it, 0 points. This is a blind shot from Elmimore that takes them down. Now the spike has been dropped. They pick it up, they go back in to plant the spike, but they've lost one teammate. One set of utility.
Paranoia is still available for 2G as well. 10.
He's going in. What? Oh, with the Phantom Sprays, but it doesn't quite connect. Elmimore now has the advantage. This could be RRQ's round, Will. And they're going in for it. Every player up on top of heaven looking to waterfall down, but that! Oh, it's a double spray! 2G answers back with a shot of his own. Sugar0 now inside of hell, trying to fire it off, but the shorty does the trick. We're back to a one-on-one. And Laz, on the other side, goes for a jump peek, but it's the dark cover that blocks it out! 2G tries to stick, but a stray shot catches him in the face!
Here in Pacific.
Just going for a record-breaking
the
series now, but the flashpoint! EJ still flicks on a dime though, and then Elmimore coming in with that support from Tiles. Now in towards mid, Xfero leapfrogs off of it.
RRQ was trying to just really press the issue. I mean, he's cornered, nowhere to go.
Oh, they're trying to block off heaven, but they gotta be aware of tree. 2GE, now they're coming through. EJ prepping up the tailwind. They want to go in fast, and ZETA might not be prepared. Sugar0 on the side of Generator, Death inside of Hell. They hear those steps. They hear those teleports, trying to go in for the peaks, but it's not good enough. RRQ, they might be the ones to bring it over the edge, unless Death can do something about it. Fortis, Fortuna, Ajivat. Fortune favors the bold. Triple kill now outside of Death, and the quad to punch their ticket into the upper bracket final. Pop flash up in the top of the air, and it's EJ looking for this A execute up on top of Generator. He takes down Sugar0, sinks him into the bottom of the ocean. The rest of them trying to retake, but without the numbers.
And he's going on that flank again. He's going on the whimsical journey once again.
Oh, I'm coming up from behind you. And with that, not even Laz. Here's the hops. He should be. Gets the shot.
But do they?
Right, here comes the Pharaoh. Oh, spotted by Sugar0.
Can he stay alive?
He's gonna try. Their flag, planting their boots down to push the back of sight. Oh, what? The wall bang out of nowhere.
And then Sugar0 on the flank this time, just like Zafiro always has done.
A tiny trip too. And now just waiting for it. Sudden peeks out. Depp gets the trade. Oh, but the flash. Crow. Now you've got to do it. Depp's gone. Another flash available at his belt. And he tosses it out. Sugar.
Yeah, but here's the thing, only EJ gets over this, so if they can keep him at that switch, he's not going to be able to do much damage.
All they need to do is to buy enough time. Laz and Depp, they managed to do it. Depp is still alive. Now hiding inside this dark cover. Oh, Sugar0. He's going back into it. They've got the numbers now. 2G can't quite plant the spike, but he's swinging out anyway. Crow.
It goes back to the foundation, the fundamentals of Ascent. And they are able to hold both sites, push off the aggression of RRQ. But now you know that you have the numbers advantage in B.
Suppressed. Oh, but the shot from Elmimore. And it just comes down to this boathouse position. They're dancing back and forth for it. They know they're up on lane, waiting for them to drop. 15 seconds left. How do you plant the spike? Depp trying to get the sprays, but Crow going too deep in. The spike carrier killed.
Yeah, that could actually just sit there the whole round and not find any value.
He activates them, tries to slip back around.
He just needs to stay alive, wait for his teammates to cover him from heaven.
Though, up around from side. Oh, Laz able to get the first, but the heaven positioning wasn't good enough. Sugar0 not quite able to land the shot, and this gives RQ the sight.
Yeah, they're like, wait, where is everyone?
Having to watch the angles. Oh, but this time,
well, there they
Crow,
are.
Depp at 10. They find the shots anyway. The last player is a Pharaoh, not quite able to do any damage.
Peek out of.
They knew that the site was clear.
I mean, they cleared it so fast, and again, that's because they had so much utility left. And then 2G on the flank as well gets caught, and they realize, well, that should mean, of course, it's really anybody's game. Everyone knows exactly what's happening now. Oh no, the 0 point.
Oh, Elmimore. 15 seconds.
Flips can't provide support. The fragment.
Spike's got to go through. Oh, but Flips just outside the edge of the dark cover finds a shot anyway. The spike will go down, however. And now Sugar0 trying to watch for the angle. The trip goes through. Laz finds the shot. And Depp's pulling out utility, trying to fend them off, trying to catch a wall bang. But EJ tries to go for the crouch spray instead. trades come through, and we're back to a 2-on-2.
But how so low on RRQ?
Wins. They're so darn low, but they need the shots anyway. ZETA are just hunkering down in Boathouse. Come to me.
But 2G is creeping
One
close.
more shot, and he gets the first. Depp, he's the last one. Flips is trying to tap it, trying to bait out the peaks, but he rushes at the last second, and Depp